Hello, everyone. It's Saturday, June 4th, 2022, the year of our Lord. Got a great message for you today. And hey, I'm rocking the tractor supply hat here. Only because I grabbed it and just felt like putting it on. So that's the hat for today. Hope you're doing well. And anyway, let's get down to some business here. And this has to do with well, this would apply really to build any business, but one of the best things you can do is be doing something for the small, help the small business. If you help them, they'll help you. Think of it in terms of helping others to help you, helping small businesses to help you. Okay, so in that regard, one of the things that would be advantageous is to produce a report that people would want. One, you could use it in terms of, okay, here, I'll give you my free report on how to play tiddlywinks, whatever the message is pertinent. Okay, I do think they would be interested when they respond to that message. All of a sudden, you've captivated them. So if you're going after a restaurant, if you had a report, you could give them for free tips on XYZ. They grab it, then all of a sudden now you've got an opening to talk to them. Same way with a feeder business that you're looking to help provide customers to a restaurant. Same principle applies. Okay, so in this particular case, I've come up with a report that basically deals with, okay, anybody that hadn't had their head in the sand can see that inflation is continuing to rise. Gas prices are continuing to rise. We've already seen shortages of some items. Okay. One thing that's very disconcerting is the price of diesel fuel, because everything that comes to your stores, whether it's through the 18-wheel trucks, or the railroad that haul the stuff, from city to city, where they then put them on trucks to ship them, all that runs on diesel fuel. And that's becoming more and more expensive. And I even heard a report where, gee whiz, by later this summer, I heard specifically on the East Coast that they could be rationing diesel fuel. That would not be a good thing. So, so what I've come up with here, this is a report that could be given out, and I won't cover everything here, but in this case, it's with inflation on the rise, keep in mind that some items will go up, increase in price more than even the dollar will. Okay, in other words, a dollar may go up, the average inflation, let's say maybe is 10%. So in other words, a dollar would now be, you have to spend $1.10, for example. But some particular items, they may go from not just 10% more. Let's say they're $2 now. They may go to $3 or $3.50. Well, that's a heck of a lot more than 10%. They go to $3 from $2. That's 33% or 50%. They go from 3 to 2. And so that's much higher. So certain items you may want to stock up on in terms of, for two reasons. One, because they're just going to be higher in price later on if you need them. And two, because, in a worst case scenario, you're not, begging for food or begging for, or just in need of certain things, toothbrushes, toothpaste, whatever. So there are some things that you can get so I've got two lists in a way. One are like inexpensive items you would maybe want to have on hand. The other are more expensive items. In the case of inexpensive items, things like rice. Rice is inexpensive. Stores virtually forever, except for brown rice. You don't want brown rice. And if you're need food, hey, you can eat rice. Coffee prices are rising quite a bit. In last year, I think they've gone up over 100%. Be a good idea to have coffee. Toothbrushes, toothpaste, you'll need these. Baking soda you can get really rather cheap as a substitute in that particular case. I'd want to have any kind of inexpensive T-shirts or jeans on hand, any kind of an extra pair of shoes, just washcloths or microfiber washcloths, tape, duct tape especially. You can repair a lot of things with duct tape, you know. In a real emergency, if you got holes in your shoes, you could tape up the holes in your shoes with duct tape if things got really bad. About any kind of rechargeable lighter to light things, things, or either that or lighters that like you light birthday candles with. Certain tool, hammer. You want batteries, storage of batteries on hand. You never know when you're going to need them. But then you can get into more expensive items, and of course there's other things I'd stock up on too that are rather inexpensive. I'd want a hand can opener if you're used to using electric. If all of a sudden you got like heard of brownouts and stuff, and so if you lose your electricity, you need to open a can. A hand can opener would be great. So, but in terms of more expensive items, one thing they predict is going to go up quite a bit in price. If you can afford to have them, get it. An extra set of tires would be nice for your car, because most likely when you go to buy them in the future, they would cost more than now. If you got room for it to store it and whatever, the price of lumber has gone through the roof. They even say something like iPhones and stuff, just to have as a hedge against inflation, just to have an extra iPhone or so. Those food prep kits, if you can afford them, get them. But on the other hand, if you can't afford those, hey, rice is cheap, baked beans are cheap. You're not going to have that diverse of food, but you can eat rice and beans. Keep you from starving if absolutely need be. And in addition to that, get some vitamin products. There's some great nutrition drinks you can have that stores in like a powder that would be great to have on hand. Plastic, bigger roll of plastic would be good. They're cheap. You can get a big roll at Home Depot. A lot of uses for those. So anyway, that's I got others, but for now, you have a great day. Show some love, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, come work with us. We're doing some great things. We're going to help a lot of people, and we'll get through all this together. God bless you. Have a most wonderful day. Bye now.